Joewo is furious that the community is calling them out for underperforming on yet another LAN event.
But it's always funny just to see when people say stuff and they just don't know what they're talking about, if that makes sense. But I try to explain it, but I feel like some people just don't actually like take the time to understand what you're saying, you know? Yeah, and of course, pubs and stuff are gonna play, like people say that, it's like, bro, pubs, you cannot ever compare, like you cannot ever compare a pub lobby compared to a World Series or Warzone, any tournament, honestly. But you're playing against the best 120 players on the entire planet. Literally, the best 120 players on the planet.
Absolute clown behavior. This was a bot lobby. The way you all played during the finals was embarrassing to the competitive scene. What are you talking about, the best players in the world? All you streamers were a laughingstock. Even RuPaul's called you all out for playing like bots.
It's like, and I'm just mind blown at how some of these teams still don't know how to fucking play Warzone.
Joe now explains that streamers are miles better than anyone that plays in public lobbies, ignoring that all the Warzone streamers 2-box, so they can shoot players that don't shoot back.
Us, compared to the average public lobby, we are miles ahead and better than people in public lobbies. Nobody's dropping 30 against the best players on the planet. Ever. Ever. Like, that's not even a thing, bro. We dropped like 105 kills or something. And it's like, bro, of course, bro. Like, you don't drop 30 there, though. You drop 30, you know, it's like, bro. You're playing against the best 120 people on the planet. Of course, bro. You know?
I called out Joewo's team for playing scared during the World Series. Let's be honest, they shouldn't have been there. Bbreadman was terrible and is not fit to enter another LAN event in my personal opinion, and the same can be said for Joewo. Many times, Cloud9.
Wait, did you just call Cloud9? Cloud9?
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
No, that's accurate. Just checking.
Look, as soon as Biffle's team, who can be seen in the green, starts to challenge Cloud9, they just run away. It's embarrassing and humiliating. Cloud9 had nothing to play for and should have challenged Falcons. This was the biggest bot event in the history of Warzone. If the streamers would have at least challenged the Falcons, things could have been very different. The streamers allowed Biffle's team to collect kill streaks and cash uncontested for almost the entire game, allowing them unlimited buybacks. Now, he defends the accusations.
This can get clipped because I don't care. I'll stand on business on this. First of all, the first couple opinions that I just could care less what they say is there was a lot of people that competed that didn't make finals, yapping about what we should have done for our tournament. Respectfully, you didn't even make it. You played World Series of Warzone and didn't make it. So before you tweet anything about what anybody should have done, you should have made grand finals. So why would we ever go land on a team, on a whole POI that we don't know, that we don't land at, to chalk a team when all we need is one good game to then make a lot of money? It doesn't even, and like, maybe you could say that for the bottom 5 teams, maybe, but it's like, that doesn't, I don't know, for me at least. And you can be like, Joe, you're an idiot. But if you say like, maybe you could say that for bottom 5, maybe, but you know, I can understand a casual person from Twitter asking the questions. I get that for sure, right? But my number one thing, that the beef and problem that I had with a lot of stuff I was seeing on Twitter of like, everybody is some coochies that were playing. I'm like, bro, if you tried to compete and didn't make grand finals, do not tweet me, do not tag me. Your opinion to me is actual dirt, bro. If you want to say anything, you should have done this, you should have been in finals, but you weren't because you weren't good enough to be there. So don't tweet me what I should have done when you were at home on the couch watching. You should have been at finals then, straight up. For a casual person, understandable. Tweet me all you want. I will gladly say that. But if you tried to qual, the amount of tweets of people that I saw that were trying to qual, saying you should have done this, you should have made finals. So, okay, what now? You know, like, okay. But again, casual people, I understand. Right? We got cooked. I've seen all the stats like, here's like all the KDs, like, bro, we got cooked. If any team got cooked, nobody's gonna have a good KD. Nobody's gonna have a good KD. On top of that, if your team got cooked and one person had a really good KD, a 2 KD, people would just be like, oh, they're baiting their teammates. Oh, they're a selfish teammate. They're baiting them. So it's like, there's no winning. If your team got fried, we got fried, nobody's going to have good stats. It's literally impossible to get fried and have good stats, which again, stats in my opinion are very, stats don't tell the whole picture of stuff in general. And it goes for, I feel like, all esports, because people love to be like, oh, let's see the stats. I feel like for me at least, damage would be a way better number than like your KD. But, you know.
But even if you talk about damage, you still came 59th with only 10,000. And Bbreadman did even worse.
There's a way bigger picture than stats and kills, 100%.
Hey, how y'all gonna tell me? How y'all gonna tell me that y'all gonna land on fucking Falcons? Y'all be telling me in the DMs, I'm landing on them. Or just wait till we get to land. I won't land on them online, but I'm gonna land on them on land. And not a single person landed on them?
No, bro.
Not a single
What are
one?
these initials?
Ebates, who I sometimes agree with, gives his take on the streamers not landing on the Falcons.
If you land on those guys at pop-off, man, and you kill them, you're one, you just kill the teams, you're trying to extend the tournament. You are out of the money. You needed this tournament to go on longer, and if you don't do anything about it, your tournament's over. And if you land on them, if you kill them, let's say, you know, low chance, but let's say it happens, it's a high risk, high reward, or low risk, high reward. Your tournament's going to keep going, and you have one of the best POIs in the game now, so you could set yourself up to have that banger game to get you back in the top 20. You just played 12 games. You're in the bottom 20 of the tournament. Why are you doing the same shit you just did for 12 games, day 1 and day 2? It's clearly not working. You got to change it up, and you need this tournament to keep going. Land on the team that's on match point, keep the tournament going, take the best POI in the game, and try and have a banger game to get you back into the conversation of some money. There's no reason that the teams that were out of the money, you just played 12 games! 12 games you got shit on! And you didn't want to change anything!
Damn!
You're too stubborn! You're so stubborn! You didn't want to change anything!
These streamers love to be called Warzone pros, but not one team landed on the Falcons when they were match point. When you allow a team to collect that much money who is match point, there is no such thing as a Warzone pro. Almost every streamer completely and utterly humiliated themselves. Make no mistake, the World Series of Smoke Zone was a bot lobby. All of you clowns went negative. Good players sometimes go to LAN and lose gunfights, but you streamers, you played like complete bots. The difference was night and day. Not slightly different, but drastically different. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. I want to know your opinion on how these streamers did on LAN.